In this Lamborghini, Yuzhu is injured and feels like a ragdoll, but she doesn't have a moment to think and can only speed away with the. Meanwhile, Boss Q swiftly arranged surgery with his goon's help, stitching his severed face like a fast food deal. But before Boss Q could even begin to recover, his superior had already arrived with a group of underlings to interrogate him. Meanwhile, Yuzhu and Maina had already made their escape to a place of safety. Maina told Yuzhu she had been locked up in the hotel for over 3 months, becoming the hotel's exclusive supplier of fun. Every day, she was forced to shoot various little videos, and if she didn't cooperate just right, she'd be sold to Minebase. Yuzhu was left speechless. However, Maina simply smiled with ease, stating that she would take charge of providing the plan. Yuzhu would execute the plan. Though opponents had guns, she needed her own. An elderly couple selling balloon supplies also dealt arms. The real guns she smuggled were hidden among toy guns, and only a true connoisseur could spot the difference. And the air pumps they used, just glorified flamethrowers. So, Yuzhu's real gun was essentially a mini flamethrower. Despite powerful weapons, Maina felt uneasy, urging Yuzhu to hurry or Boss Q would cause trouble. If he ever found them, they'd be in a world of hurt. Yuzhu reassured Maina, saying, "Don't worry. I've been a bodyguard for years, I'm as calm as a rock." But after all the torment from Boss Q, Maina clearly was not buying it. After Boss Q got a smackdown from his boss, he reached out to Ming-Chai, offering him a $10 million bounty to take out Yuzhu. Even though the sum of $10 million is quite tempting, Ming-Chai is certainly not lacking in money. As a top pharmacist, he was raking in the dough from his happy water research like nobody's business. But the only thing that piqued his interest were eccentric friends. After they teamed up, Ming-Chai used his connections to track down the Lamborghini and find Yuzhu's hiding spot. While Yuzhu shopped, they sneaked into her home, kidnapped Maina, and ambushed Yuzhu upon her return. Yuzhu jumped out the window, but poor Maina was dragged back to the hotel. She was like a well-trained puppy for Boss Q, obedient and meek, who knew she had suddenly turned brave and tried to make a run for it. Boss Q took note of Maina's change. Her once terrified and submissive eyes now burned with fury and defiance. Boss Q stroked his chin, pondering whether Maina had been lacking in proper discipline, and commenced to abuse her while simultaneously live streaming the entire incident for viewers to see. He simultaneously streamed it to foreign sites, delighting viewers who were calling in with offers highest bidder gets Maina. While they were live streaming, the poor security guy Erlong noticed the front desk had collapsed. Although Erlong had broken a leg, it didn't dampen his spirit. He grabbed an axe and limped out to investigate. As he protected himself, Erlong got shot in the head just as Yuzhu stormed into the hotel. Just as the elevator was about to close, Yuzhu squeezed in and the 3 workers looked at her, clueless that doom was looming. When the elevator stopped, all 3 were shot in the head, revealing a massive underground factory full of drug-extracting plants. Yuzhu walked right in like she owned the place, and the staff mistook her for hotel management. No one questioned her. By then, Yuzhu had run out of bullets and was left fumbling bare-fisted, quickly finding herself in a brawl. She got sight of a gun lying on the ground, and without any hesitation, she instantly grabbed it, just as a child would eagerly snatch up a candy in a store. Haha, what an incredibly rare weapon. She felt as if she had truly made a mistake. But she couldn't resist the overwhelming fury and impulse, launching herself at the enemy without any hesitation. Well said. Now you look like a joyful little clown. Splendid. You damn deadbeat. Catch up quickly. Yuzhu grabbed some broken glass and forced it into the guy's mouth, making him swallow. The man felt extremely regretful, but there was no chance left. You're all done for. Yuzhu wiped out the factory crew and continued her hunt for Maina. Just then, a familiar car rolled up. The driver behind the wheel was Ming-Chai, the one who barged into her house that day. Seeing Yuzhu covered in blood, Ming-Chai realized what had gone down. That girl must have cleaned out everyone here. In Ming-Chai's car back lay Maina, barely alive, wounded, abused by Boss Kiwi. Looking despondent and anxious, Maina's heart sank. Yuzhu's gaze turned icy, and Ming-Chai nervously drew a small knife, but a knife is no match for a gun. Just then, Boss Kiwi showed up right in the nick of time and saved Ming-Chai. Catching her breath with excitement, she moved to take Yuzhu down. She thought Elle snagged that $10 million bounty from Boss Kiwi. But at this point, Yuzhu had been shot, and Boss Kiwi could take her down alone. Then, Boss Kiwi approached Yuzhu, who was already wounded and no longer the invincible opponent. Just then, the two girls locked eyes, seeing trust and resilience, as well as an unspoken cruelty. Instead of finishing off Boss Kiwi right there, they tossed her into the trunk and drove her to the beach. Boss Kiwi had always seen women as playthings, but in Yuzhu, she saw a reflection of herself. She suddenly realized she had become a really terrible woman. But stay tuned for more of our story, and don't forget to subscribe.